Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight44, aka Sect44, and today I'm going to be playing some more Lord of the Rings, Two Towers and Game Boy Advance. And we're still in Moria. Ah, there's Gandalf. Yeah, and there's nothing down that way. As you can probably guess, going and playing, well, beating that boss is going to be a hell of a lot easier now that we actually have, you know, ranged combat. And this is going to be something I'm going to say plenty of times in this playthrough. The Return of the King is so much harder than this game. And I went through this game, and the only one that was really hard was probably early Eowyn campaign and late game for Frodo. Frodo doesn't have an easy late game because, and it was weird because I had really good actual. Oh, thank you. I really did have really good equipment in that one. Oh, shit. I need to wait. But, if I remember correctly, my melee armor, just with the, just with that one, you know, regular armor piece, was it 19? And I was still taking so much damage. Granted, my health was pretty low. But even then, a lot of the other attacks weren't doing all that much to me. And I was kind of banking on high... I kind of was banking on high evasion, high defense, you know, for that. I also think my shield was pretty good in that one. That should have been a bit easy. And it's just, they think you're going to be able to beat 4 of those things at once. You have to bait them out individually, and even then, one of them can still kill you. Oh. It's nothing compared to what the Return of the King's gonna throw at you. To be honest, you don't see slowdown on the Game Boy Advance all too often, but damn, the Return of the King does, yeah, it loves throwing it, just a lot of enemies at you, and I don't mind it, but it's going to, when I get to that game, it's going to be quite apparent that I'm going to have maybe a bit too much to handle. I was playing as Legolas, and that wasn't easy. That wasn't easy at all. Get rid of the HUD. And this. Coif? Don't really remember how to pronounce that thing. And again, I've never been good with pronunciations. Oh well, hopefully I did actually get that switch in there. I think I pressed it. If not, hopefully there's a switch around here. Oh, but some of the... Nah, that one... It's more cinematic. I was just about to say that some of them do require 2 switches, but the only time I can think of that really is a cinematic. Oh shit. That was close. But that is very much a cinematic actual, or story related switch. Which has a little scene of it opening and shit. There it is. That was another thing about the Return of the King that really got to me. And as I played it, and when I say played it, as I got close to beating it, all of the memories I was repressing started coming back in full. Ugh. Quite a bit of, I did tell you about my, oh, damn it. I did tell you about my troubles in this game, and how the very end of the game was sadly difficult for me. Mainly because I didn't understand stats as well as I would have hoped to. But, oh well. Let's see. That can only be used outside, not going for that. I think I'm gonna go for something else. Probably... Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be going for critical shot. The 10% increase for criticals definitely would be nice. But the Return of the King doesn't have like a hard last area. Like the last third of the game, not necessarily everything. After you go and do at least with the Legolas campaign, and therefore, you know, Gimli and Aragorn. After you go and do the entire, fuck, I forgot what the place was called, but, well, once you get the allegiance of the King of the, Dead, or whatever that guy was called. Oh, shit. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. These abilities are actually being useful. But after that point, not necessarily though. But that one is definitely where you can start seeing the difficulty increase. I did die when I was going and beating those Corsairs. Once you actually finish the ship area, where you actually get off, you know, get onto the ship that's gonna take you into Gondor, well, getting you really close to Minas Tirith. Once you actually... Barbed arrows, what do these do? Ah, just 0 to 1 damage. I don't really want those. But, I can't believe I got fire arrows so early. But, once you get off, and you start going into Pelennor Fields, holy shit! I had so... The amount of enemies they throw at you in that one is crazy. The archers all can poison you. They start having these enemies that are basically like a standard bearer, which will increase the stats of all the enemies around it until you kill the standard bearer. I don't even remember where I was going. Okay, this way. And then they have just a shitload of enemies. The orcs are not to be taken lightly there. And the big thing about it is this huge area where you don't have Gimli. You don't have any... You don't have Gandalf. You don't have anybody with you. And in the other, like, 3 areas that you go through in that place, you have... Okay, yeah, this is where we have to go. But, oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. But, yeah, it's just so much that they throw at you with nobody there to help you. Nobody there to basically draw the attention of everybody else, and it sucks because of it. Trying to do that was... I died so many times, I had no more healing herbs left on me. Which meant I was kind of boned for healing, and you know, the game is very much like this one. If you continue to die, you lose gems, you lose experience. Granted, not all that much, but you do lose gems and experience. Not that much when it comes to experience. I'm not going to even talk about the gems. But I remember having, like, pretty much, what was it? Close to, let's see. I had close to about 4,000 gems. After I actually next looked at my gems, I had 1,800. And it's just, I wanted to spend that on some more rooms. And I couldn't because, damn it, that just sucked. All my money was gone, I was poor, and it sucked. Those items don't heal for anything. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to, once I level up again, I'm gonna have to go and get my health up. Which actually, I should probably have a shitload of, points in there. Oh well, nothing over here. Because, you know, the places where the shrines and all do change throughout. I hate. Sometimes the auto-targeting really works against you. But, oh well, I guess. The shrines are actually, you know, shrines, forges. They're all, you know, spread out around, you know, they're not always in the same exact areas with the other characters. Not to mention, just in general, the going and playing around, you'll notice that not all the same. Now, this isn't for every single instance, but the enemy placement isn't always exactly the same from what I remember. Though other times I clearly remember this is definitely exactly what I went through. Okay, bring him out. This is a medallion. I don't really care then. That's another thing that the Return of the King does. Son of a bitch. You can actually go and have a lot of fun with the items. Not just because they give you so much, you know, stats and all of them, just so many different variations of things. But they also have forges, shrines, ranger hollows. The dwarven forges really don't appear unless you're in a spot where there's really nobody that you're not gonna be fighting anyway. But they have them in pretty much every single area in the game. There's like very few areas that don't actually have at least one of them. And as long as you're the explorative type, you're never really going to have too much of a problem when it comes to all of that. Now that I don't have to worry about my, now that I don't really have to worry too much about spear points for healing, what I'm going to have to do for healing is mainly just keep up a good pool of health. So that would probably be best that way. Hopefully I don't actually go into save menu because that's going to screw up everything. Let's see, critical shot, 10% critical increase, which really is just absolutely great. Oh, well, let's see. I don't want to get too many of these guys coming up. But oh well. Is that a longbow? I have a feeling that's probably just another longbow. Oh shit. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. Damn it. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't even get out of there. Okay, I'm not dead. I can't believe it. I really couldn't... I didn't have a good way of getting out of there. They were kind of boxing me in, and I couldn't move. That, as you can probably guess, is not something I want. And... now that I kind of got, like, another 30% on my health, healing this way is not really working out as fast as it was before. I'm gonna have to... Oh, damn it. Wait a second. Okay, I think it should be fine now. It's just my controller was kind of bugging out there for a second. It just wasn't allowing me to do anything. Or it was, it seemed like it was reading inputs that, or you really shouldn't say reading more new inputs as much as it was elongating them. After I stopped, you know, I wasn't going right anymore. So why was it continuously going right? And stopping a couple moments after. Oh well. The inventory system is also changed when it comes to the Return of the King. And this is another reason why I like what they did in that game. It's just all level based. So you can't equip, you know, good shit immediately. You can get good shit immediately, but you might not be able to equip all of it immediately, and therefore, and this is another reason why they have all of those shrines, forges, and ranger hollows. And I'll explain what a ranger hollow does in a second. But what it actually goes. This means if you want to keep something on you that you want to use later, you kind of have to go and keep whatever you have on you. And therefore, it's going to be keeping up inventory space. Granted, you can actually buy now, in that game, Ent water without it keeping a spot in your inventory, which would have further cluttered up everything, just pissed people off. But you have in that game Ranger Hollows, which Ranger Hollows have pretty much two reasons to exist. With all this leveled up equipment, you can go and either, and nothing's still down here. Though I knew it was going to get all of you to attack me. But, that's good. The Ranger Hollows basically allow you to move items into the hollow itself. And you can pick them back up at any of the other Ranger Hollows. So, if you don't want to haul around, if you're like level 7 and you got this great item that you can use at level 9 or 10, you don't want to haul it around for a long ass time. You can go and I had to go back. Let's see though. The other thing that you can actually go and do with the Ranger Hollows is that the Ranger Hollows aren't just per one save. The Ranger Hollows go throughout all of your saves, which allows you to, in one save, like with actually this makes possibly the hardest one you're going to be doing, the hardest start you have. Oh shit. Is your initial start, because you can start going and giving yourself like you can give yourself an early game cloak or something, or maybe some level 3 or 4 equipment immediately, or maybe some really special level 7 equipment, which will make the early game, where you might not be getting all that good shit, really cool for you. And it actually also makes it a little bit of a layer of thought, in which if you have something good on you, like something rare, but you get something so much better, you might want to go and you know, not just immediately sell it or discard it, and just wait until somebody else can actually go and use it. You know, go into a hollow, drop it off, and you can just have your fun that way. Like, it's best for, you know, it really is best for stuff like, what was it called? Damn, I completely forgot what it was called. But, my mind went blank. Ah, damn it. This... I'm gonna have to figure out why sometimes my inputs don't feel like they're working too well. Oh well, as you can see, Troll's absolutely trivial. Actually, let's see how much damage we can do with this. Come on. That killed it! And let's go and get rid of the Sandos and the War Collar. And now we can look at what we got. The spoils. Fine padded shirt. Dunlending chainmail. Actually, a lot of the... like the... I remember like the Wildman equipment. Really, really good. But all of it's... all of it has like terrible... like, they might be great in almost every single area, but one area will basically be you losing out on, like, 5 accuracy and like, shit like that. Just makes me not want to go and use it. But a lot of the, there's a lot of good equipment that you can actually use in Return of the King. That's basically... oh, shit. Yes, there's actually something here. Maybe in this, it'll actually heal me a little bit. This Legolas is just waiting around. Oh, shit. I made it through. Can I heal up a little bit before I go into the next area? I don't want to go into that next area without at least a little more health. But I think I'll get out of Moria before I actually continue on. Well, I end the video. Ah, look at spread. Cool. But I think this was a fun game to go and play. I really do think this was a fun game to go and play. Though, playing this as my final campaign kind of feels not anticlimactic, just as if I purposely kept the easy playthrough until the very end. Because I do see this game as being, well, this playthrough as being the easy, oh crap, mode of the game. Just because if you don't really know what you're doing with, you know, courage, if you really don't know what you're doing with courage, you know, your skill points for your, you know, your healing power and shit like that, you're not going to be able to heal all that much. However, the meditation will always work wonders for you. Just gonna put 2 more in there. Yes, I really like having good healing. Not to mention having what was it called? Having a nice health pool is the only thing that's going to be helping me out of this. Yeah, that sucks. Gandalf's gone. Oh well. That was a fun actual campaign. Gandalf was quite a lot of fun anyway. I don't really remember you know, having that gold color, but oh well. See everybody. Until next time.